KUGAN, CASSIUS, IFL TV, MTK Global.
You're right, mate. It's a long night, mate.
A long night, I mean.
Long night. I have to apologise to viewers. We didn't expect a lot of those fights to go the distance, unfortunately.
Let's work backwards.
Yeah.
Okay. Luke Keeler showed a load of bollocks in there.
I don't know how he got up from the second round. He was out of his depth, which we thought he'd be, but he tried to put the pressure on. Demetrius is just too good. You know, I'm glad he got the stoppage because I didn't want him to go the distance again and just win every single round. He was a little bit reckless, but he was trying to be entertaining, and he was. You know, he got the good stoppage. Again, Luke Keeler, very, very brave. Don't know how he got up from that second knockdown. And he would have learned a lot tonight, but it just shows the levels of Demetrius Andrade, and he has to have the mega fight next. He has to. Billy Joe Saunders, Charlo. Yeah, he wants Saunders. He wants Billy. He wants Billy Joe.
Yeah, we will. Make that.
But look, we got Billy Joe Canelo. We got Billy Joe Callum Smith. We got Demetrius Andrade, Billy Joe Saunders. Like, there's so many fights to make. So, but we have to make one of them. I don't mind any of those three, but there has to be one there. You know, he's 30-0. He's undefeated. He's a 3-time two-weight world champion. He's got to have the defining fights now.
Will you try again with Charlo?
I mean, I spoke to him tonight before the fight, and I just said, look, we'll come to you. No problem. So see if they make an offer, or come and fight him on the zone. So.
Disappointing night for Tevin Farmer.
It was a great fight. I mean, disappointing night, but
Diaz, give credit. I mean,
Diaz
was
amazing. Because how they even let that cut go on, I don't know. But Diaz boxed brilliantly. He did all the things you need to do against Tevin Farmer, which is apply pressure, just be relentless. Tevin hurt his hand, I think, as early as the first round. Never really got in the flow.
Struggling at the weight this week?
Maybe he's doing that for a while, but there's a rematch clause. He will rematch
him.
And it'll be another great fight. It's a brilliant fight. And I thought Jojo Diaz was outstanding. Cheers, guys. Thanks very much. Cheers.
Any doubt that he'll move up and won't take that?
Thank you. Thanks very much. Cheers.
Any chance of that?
I think you have to take that. I mean, you know, you've got a chance to win your world championship back. You know, fighters like Tevin Farmer, the value he has is mostly as a world champion. So he has a chance to go away. We'll do the rematch. It's a big fight. It's a good fight. We'll do it in Philadelphia. Do it in California. He has to win that fight. He has to win.
Danny Roman losing his title tonight, but
another great fight.
We knew that was going to be an hard fight.
Yeah, it was a very close fight. I felt that the right man won. I felt 115, 113 was the right scores for that fight. And I thought Akhmadaliev boxed really well. I thought Danny Roman started slowly, and then he came back into the fight later on. I thought he won the last couple of rounds, making the fight closer than it looked like it might be at some stage. And then, you know, I think that the right man won, and I think he has a huge future ahead of him.
You got an option on him?
He's our fighter.
Oh, he's your fighter?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, right, okay.
Yeah, he was a mandatory for the WBA. He signed with us 2 fights ago.
Right, okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Right, Sims.
Yes. I don't know what he was doing. Have you spoke to him?
No.
I mean, I've got to speak to him and his team. It's just the strangest performance, you know. He didn't look like he wanted to even be in the fight. His footwork's amazing, and it was in the fight, but he wouldn't engage, he wouldn't throw the right hand. I don't know, was he injured, or did he have a bad hand, or, you know, I don't know what he was doing in there. And it was a nothing fight that could have gone either way, but basically I think the judges just said Angulo tribal. So we give it to Angulo, and it's a bad defeat for Anthony Sims Jr. He'll be back, but it was a strange
setback.
It was a strange performance. It was just a strange performance. I didn't see any aggression from Anthony Sims, you know? It looked like he wanted to be in a fight, and very disappointing loss.
Knockout wins for Espina.
Yeah.
Ammo. Jones, Ammo.
Yeah. Biaslanov.
Yeah.
Serrano looked very, very
Serrano.
good. Yeah. I mean, I think the younger guys now, I'm quite critical. So if someone's not overly entertaining, I will say I didn't think that was a great performance. So some of them are being a little bit too reckless because they want to go in and really make a statement. They all did tonight, and they can get away with it at this level. But as they step up, like I said to Ammo, you can't be that reckless and easy to hit once you step up the levels. But it's okay. You're learning. Don't be too harsh on yourself. I know sometimes people might think I'm a bit harsh on them, but I'm just going to be honest with you. So they all box well, and I'm very excited about their futures.
Are you looking at a little shake-up at the end of March? Possibly not what we think with your shows with Usyk Chisora and then Taylor
Shake
Serrano?
up what?
Or just a little switch around, you know?
No, not really. I mean, Taylor Serrano, we just have to decide whether that takes place in London or in New York. I just think it's the most amazing fight. It's the biggest ever female fight. Serrano is a beast. Katie Taylor, for me, is the greatest ever women fighter. And we'll decide next week. We'll sit down with the teams and decide where that's going to be. It's all done, it's all agreed. See where it's going to be. It's going to be a massive moment for women's boxing and for the sport, actually.
Okay, here we go. Jake Paul.
10-ounce gloves, no headgear. Someone's
getting
getting knocked out. Good performance, to be fair. He can fight, Jake Paul. I said before.
What about Gib? I mean, he wasn't there at the races today.
Gib just was, the nervous energy came in. His legs weren't the best. Jake Paul was just too good for him. Strong boy, hit punches hard. The finish was nice, good right hand. And it was a good performance. Now he wants KSI.
Jake Paul obviously came to the ring. You were sat in front of KSI.
Yeah.
What were you saying to KSI? We couldn't hear it.
I said, do you want to go in the ring, or do you want to stay here? Because the zone asked if he wanted to go in for the interview. So I said, do you want to go in the ring or stay? He went, I'm all right here. And then I got in the ring, and next thing he was in the ring. So
he looked absolutely distraught.
Yeah,
KSI sitting
Gib's
there.
like one of his best mates. They all, you know what? I think one of the things is they all really wanted Gib to win.
Yeah.
It's quite a nice little group of them. You've probably interviewed every one of them.
Yeah.
And he was just outclassed. Like I said to you, don't take it too seriously. But it was a good performance from Jake Paul. He can fight, Jake Paul, you know.
So what's the crack then? Are we going to see KSI and Jake Paul?
No, I'm not out there now like trying to make this fight, but see, I guess we'll speak to their guys and see whether that's a fight. The Zone want to make it desperately. So if the Zone tell me to go and make that fight, I'll probably make it, but it won't be till the summer.
But you didn't speak to KSI tonight about that potentially?
Not tonight, no. I've spoke to some of his people. Like, I think he don't like Jake Paul, but Jake Paul is probably better than Logan Paul, don't you think?
Yeah,
seems to have a bit more aggression. Can't believe we're analysing a YouTube fight again.
But you said you only wanted to put probably a max of 3 or 4
the next
of
one will
these.
be in the summer.
Okay. You're ruling out this Logan Paul thing with Antonio Brown, yeah?
No, that's a real thing. It's hard because, like, again, massive sign-ups tonight on DAZN. It's a Thursday night. You know what I mean? And like, they can't ignore. And I'm just saying to them, this is, you know. But you know, the one thing that makes me laugh is I see a couple of fighters tonight tweet going, it's just taking opportunities away from fighters. It's not. It's a fucking 6-rounder wedged between 3 world championship fighters. Who's it taking an opportunity away from? No one. Don't be so ridiculous. Don't worry about it. I'm still giving every fighter that I've got every opportunity that they can possibly have. I'm still paying everybody millions and millions of dollars. I'm just wedging a 1-rounder in the middle because it does 100,000 sign-ups like that. You know what I mean?
Oh my God.
Chill, Winston.
Can you give us any updates on these shows that we're all waiting for? When you're going to announce them?
Next week we'll be dropping.
What's dropping first?
I don't know. Usyk Chisora, White Povetkin, Taylor Serrano, Joshua
So White
Pulev.
is fighting Povetkin?
I think so, yeah.
Okay. Did Andy Ruiz come back to you with...
No, I don't think that fight will happen until later in the summer.
Oh, okay. So that's a little bit of progression.
Yeah, I think we'll get it.
What about where the Dylan White fight takes place?
UK or America.
Yeah, I know that, but where's it likely
Mate,
to be?
you asked me yesterday.
Yeah, but
You ask me every day. As soon as I know, I will tell you.
Yeah?
Yeah. Got meetings here tomorrow with Sky.
Okay, and just finally, next week, he's back. All of the lights.
Special one. Yeah, it looks great. Great fight. Brooke DeLuca. Great crowd. Well, I think we'll have close to 8,000 in there. It's going to be banging. Terry Harper, little dark horse, and Kid Galahad in a very tough fight as well.
Just one final one. Here, Lou DiBella's comments over the last sort of week or so about his meeting with DAZN, etc. So what did you make from what Lou's been saying?
I think what he said, he set up a meeting for Deontay Wilder, which was just the most incredible opportunity and offer for Deontay Wilder, and basically got binned off for setting up the meeting. They all turned up, they all led the meeting, they all got in the car, they shut the door on Lou DiBella and went, fucking see you later. That's what happened. He was just trying to do the best for his client.
All right. There's your guy there. All right, Edward, thank you very much.
Cheers, mate. Cheers. Real quick.
Ghost Star Promotions is proud to present Floyd Money Mayweather. The man himself is coming to the UK for his UK tour, February and March 2020. For all info and tickets, goldstarpromotions.co.uk.